Hi, for those who are wondering, yes, this review is late. There are circumstances, and those circumstances are called real life. Don't worry, it's anything unusual, just vacation, and did not have the computer. But this is me, the angry anime fan, the despair reviewer, and this is Eden Zero, chapter 52. Let's just say it like this. Despair is growing extremely strong in the manga, which I don't like. I don't like when despair is winning. But what I do like is that old faces are coming back again. We all wondered, when is she gonna come back? Is she gonna have character development? Well, it's too soon to think that if she is gonna get character development, because let's just face it, it's likely she will not. But we'll see, won't we? So either way, this chapter, first of all, a cover page of Sister Ivory in a leotard. You know, if it weren't for her Japanese pronouns, that would have been extremely sexy. Because, I mean, you know, she has one sexual body. Either way, Shiki and Homura confronts the guy who is Scarlet Woman's friend. And he actually, but then suddenly the guards appear and actually submits the other people as the Scarlet guy reveals there are rules. And he whips Shiki and Homura's knees, causing them to fall on their knees, saying it's lipped with a paralyzing compound. Setting his aims on Homura, he begins to whip her until Shiki tries to cover the eyes. But the masked guy threatens by saying that, don't you know what happens to those that do me? So he takes Homura with him and knowing what to do. Of course, Homura says that I'll be fine, and because she has an ether gear. And of course she's saying that out loud. Alright, Homura, that was one of those reasons where you speaking out loud is not gonna help you. So yeah, it's very deep despair that all the prisoners seems to be under lockdown. Oh yeah, this masked guy's name was Garrett. It seems to be, if one threatens one, the rest of them dies. You haven't met the Eden Zero crew. Give me hope! Crush these arrogant assholes. Because there's nothing I hate more than arrogant assholes who don't realize their place. And Shiki is one who fights for justice. But then we are switching to the Scarlet Woman, who is, well, I'm not really sure. Apparently she's trying to find suitors. One of them is Cedric. The design reminds me a lot of Hibiki from Fairy Tail, but that's beside the point. Apparently he's said to be many of the most beautiful gentlemen on the planet Genos. And so the woman asks him to take off his body so he can show, well, his body. And indeed she does, he does, and he approaches and says that I will gladly become your assistant, I will do anything. But when she lightly touches the Scarlet Woman, she immediately disqualifies him, saying that no one is supposed to touch me, and also that are you mistaken for someone who actually loves you. And then she grabs his face and saying that I will destroy it because I'm gonna die at Scarlet. It's not known exactly if this is an ether gear or just a gauntlet, but apparently she's boiling some kind of hot flame or acid, burning the face, or is she killing the man? Either way, it seems that she's looking for an assistant or some kind of man. Why do I have a sneaking assistant? You know, this almost sets it up in a way that what happens if she finds Shiki? Is it possible that she will think Shiki is gonna be a worthy candidate to her? You know, if that were to happen, I really hope Shiki will just say, no thank you. And I was well, you're ugly, you impressed my friends, you tortured Tomura, and Rebecca is sexier than you. I wish she could say that, but I don't think that happens. Either way, it seems though that the Scarlet Woman has an assistant who is also an alien. You know, it's worth noting that Drakenjo has an alien assistant, and this one has one too. It seems to imply that he is not so very happy about working for Scarlet Woman, or maybe it's just that he is just eternally loyal, but he doesn't approve of how the Scarlet Woman has become. Either way, because this man named Ward, an alien that looks very familiar to those from the Dragon Ball series, is the Scarlet Woman asks if he has ever traveled. He has traveled the cosmos, so does he know Eden Zero? And apparently he doesn't. And apparently Draken Joas find out that it has an ether drive. Well, he did ask for master, and Draken Jo asked it for in exchange for 30% if she could find it with the Scarlet Eye. However, she plans to screw him because she has only 100% interest in anything. Oh, you naive woman. I don't know how powerful Draken Jo is, but he better be defeated by Shiki one day! It's, however, I do think that you do not know that you have let in the Eden Zero crew inside your ship. Maybe you don't know, at least. And I have a feeling they are gonna mess up all of your plans. So Draken Jo wants the ship because of an ether drive. Because according to War, if this could power this planet for 10 years, this seems to suggest that the planets, or at least the planet like this one, does not have an infinite source supply, but the ship does. If Eden Zero has an ether drive, does that mean it can go on forever? I mean, it has been on 10 years. And it's revealed that the planet has a jamming way. They cannot contact Rebecca, but Hermit is determined to saying that they cannot find it on their radar too, because after all, who she is. Although I'm not so very sure about that. As Rebecca and the rest and the upper gang realizes that yes, that they cannot really find anything because of the power of Yam, a familiar voice is actually heard, dressed in a little bit more modest clothing than Rebecca, mind you. And yes, that is Lavia, or Labia. I don't exactly know how you pronounce it. I mean, it could be Japanese, you know, and that's Labia, and then it's Lavia. Either way, it's the famous beekeeper, who for some reason is here, while still mocking Rebecca. Also tells that she actually somehow knows how to get to the slums. And if I could tell you to get there if you listen to my request. Well, what that could a request be? Is that a video to humiliate Rebecca, or is it something else? There has been some implications that Labia would play some sort of role in this Eden Zero manga. But what I meant to say is Labia gonna have some character development? If you ask me, no, at least not yet. This arc does not seem to be a Labia or Lavia redemption arc, or whatever you can call it. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? After all, she has a devious smile. It's the next title of the next chapter that actually for once worries me a little bit. And do you know what the next chapter is called? Poyo Poyo Ruby-chan. And if you, in case you do not get that, that is just because you have not read Rave Master. A quick summation. The Rave Master crew actually had an annoying other sidekick with them. A penguin-like casino guy that was actually called Ruby. And he had a verbal tick of always saying Poyo. And he was a casino guy. So are we gonna find an XP of Ruby in Eden Zero too? Well, first Happy from Fairy Tail and now Ruby. Well, as long as he is a little bit different than the Ruby before, but given that he's called Poyo Poyo Ruby-chan, I don't think so. Maybe he is the casino master of the Scarlet Woman's thing, or maybe the Scarlet Woman is the casino master, who knows. Either way, it's clear that the Scarlet Woman is a very vain and arrogant person. It goes ahead with what I said in a previous review. I think she believes she's a goddess, and she works like that. I'm not so sure though on why is she looking for gentlemen. Is she just doing that for sadistic pleasure, or is she actually looking for an assistant or a mate? And she wants Eden Zero herself, but we all know that will not happen. The question is though, will her Scarlet Eye actually see Eden Zero? Well, we'll see, won't we? But Homura is in trouble, and Shiki is determined to make some changes here. Can he? And what is Lavia's request? You give me your thoughts if you have any.